So, fun fact about myself, I believe I am one of very few people that did the Columbia House CD deal back in the day and actually paid for it. So, it wasn't actually Columbia House I did. It was some other company, but the same concept. You get a flyer in the mail that says like 12 CDs, only a penny. And then in teeny tiny print at the bottom, it says you also have to pay shipping and handling per CD. And it would be some ridiculous amount. So I went through the flyer and I remember specifically that there wasn't a lot of stuff that I would normally listen to. So I picked out some stuff as best as I could and sent it back, and I got my CDs, and I did pay for the shipping and handling and everything. And because they would send me a CD every single month from like the genres that I chose that I liked. And at this point, I'm like 12 or 13, something like that. And I don't have a ride anywhere. And asking for a ride in that house would cause a major bitch fit. So I didn't want to do it. So what I would do is write return to sender on the CDs that would come and not even open them up and just put them right back in the mailbox. Eventually they got the hint and stopped sending me CDs. Welcome. This is Leslie, and this is also Geeky Girls Night In.
Hold on to your seat.
What are you doing?
Now you're talking.
And now,
you are now listening to the Geeky Girls Night In podcast.
You are now listening to the Geeky Girls Night In
podcast.
So I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. Mine has been kind of busy, kind of exciting, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. So first of all, welcome back to everybody to the real world from San Diego Comic-Con. I hope you had a blast, and I know that we've got some exciting news out there. Now, Kim and Mecca both went to San Diego Comic-Con, and we'll probably have a special episode with them on here detailing their adventures and what they saw and what they liked and what they didn't like. But for now, I'm just going to go through a couple of things. So, Marvel. The next stage of movies, we have Black Widow, we have The Eternals, we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, we have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and Thor: Love and Thunder. So, I mean, they sound like great movies and all, but I'm not as hyped as I was for all of the others. You know, maybe they'll show me wrong and I'll end up liking them, but I'm not a huge fan of Black Widow. Doctor Strange was okay, but I know there was a bunch of hullabaloo because the person that was playing the Mystic, Tilda Swinton, typically in the comic book, she's Asian. It's an Asian man, I believe. Not 100% certain on that. So I know that there were some up in arms about that. The gentleman playing Shang-Chi sounds adorable, and he's so excited. And I'm excited for him because he went after what he wanted and he got it. So good on him. Also in Marvel news, for the Disney Plus subscription program, which, do we honestly need another subscription program? This is getting a little ridiculous. Really ridiculous. Just stay on Netflix, please. Anyway, there's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, which, that'd be cool. I liked Wanda and I like Vision and I like their chemistry. There's Loki, which, can we talk about Loki for a minute? Because I got some friends that love them some Loki and think that he is hotter than canned jam. And I do not see it. He just looks very greasy to me. I don't know. You know, Tom Hiddleston's a looker, but Tom Hiddleston as Loki, not my jam. Anyway, there's also What If and Hawkeye, which y'all can keep that too. So like I said, not a lot of this holds the same excitement for me. I thought I remembered that what's her face that's playing Thor in Thor Love and Thunder, Natalie Portman, I thought she hated the Thor franchise. I thought they basically had to drag her to get her to fulfill her contract in the last movie. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but that's what I remember. I don't know. Like I said, not thrilled, but we'll see as it goes along. In other Comic-Con news, Supernatural. First of all, congratulations to Laura Dietrich for winning a fully restored 1967 Impala. That's pretty awesome. I need to get caught up. I don't even know what season I ended on. Maybe you guys can tell me. It was the season ended with Sam being shot at by a woman of letters. So that's where I ended up. I need to get caught up. So, because it looks like it's going to be good. Like, everybody's back. It's going to explode. I'm ready for it. And it's the final season, so I can't miss out on that. Neopets. Neopets is something that I haven't heard for a long time. It is celebrating its 20th anniversary. And they're at Comic-Con, they were teasing a mobile game. I played the hell out of some Neopets back in the day. Not even gonna lie. I absolutely loved it. It was the best thing to owning, next to owning an animal. I had a ton of them. I remember playing the little games, and my buddy Shane, I think he played it for a while too. Have any of you guys played Neopets? Do you guys know anything about this? I should go on that site and see what it looks like now. I know I probably wouldn't even recognize it. So, my final thing that I have about Comic-Con is Picard. Now, typically when I do an episode, I try to have an outline, at least, of what I'm going to talk about. And for the Picard chunk, I'm just going to read you what I wrote. It says Picard. Oh my God. Data. 7 of 9. Borg. Locutus. Riker. Hashtag Trekkie. So, if you could not tell, I am super excited about Picard. I can't wait for this to come out. This was probably the highlight of Comic-Con for me. And oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, and that is also on a subscription service, but I'm going to have to cough up the coinage for that. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Data is my favorite, in case you didn't know that about me. Data has always been my favorite. Yeah. So Comic-Con didn't hold as many thrills for me this year, and I don't really know why. It didn't seem like the information was flowing as heavily as it usually does. Picard was the highlight of the whole thing, and I can't wait for it, like I said, but the rest, I say every year I want to go. I really was not enthused. And I'm hoping that when Kim and Mecca come through, they can hype me up a little bit more. And were you enthused about anything at all? Let me know on Twitter at Geeky Girls NI. All right, give me a second. I'm just going to pay some bills and we will be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bill and Frank Eat Pop Culture.
The Bill and Frank Eat Pop Culture Podcast, available today on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at the website baggedboardedandboxed.com.
The entire commode shifts.
I feel like you leave the log.
I wiped, I cleaned up, I left it.
Two completely unqualified, self-proclaimed experts discuss television,
Varys drops his robe, and he's got this huge
He's really been playing the Game of Thrones.
movies,
James Cameron is a douchebag.
comics,
Mystique can grow airplane wings.
What?
Well, she's a shapeshifter.
and professional wrestling.
This is not a wrestling podcast.
Lashley is just a dial tone. Like, who cares?
Dial tone.
Already many great episodes for you to binge listen to. Go catch up now. Bill and Frank Eat Pop Culture. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
I am wearing pants, but no underwear.
Before I get started on my super exciting news, I wanted to let you know something that's going on here in the community and Indianapolis. Stakes is high, and the Drunken Knights both are podcasts, and they're doing a show, Tools for Teachers. It's a live podcast, and it's $5. And also, if you come, they're really appreciated if you guys bring school supplies to donate. Some of the things that are needed: number 2 pencils, erasers, crayons, markers, expo markers, which are dry erase markers, art boxes, jumbo glue sticks, Kleenex, hand sanitizer, gallon Ziploc bags, quart Ziploc bags, rulers in inches and centimeters, composition notebooks, folders, and children's books. This is happening August 3rd at Indianapolis Marriott East from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The featured podcasts are Stakes is High, The Drunken Knights, New Old Heads, Levels of Melanin, Shenanigans, The Pregame. And our friends over at 2 Square Pod are helping, hype this up. So we'd really appreciate it if you wanted to step out and take a look. You can go to toolsforteachersindy.eventbrite.com to buy a ticket, and I will link that in the show notes as well. So with that, my exciting news is that I am going to Gen Con. Yay! Shout out to Emily for hooking it up. She won a contest. She got some passes, and I was able to score one of those from her. I'm thrilled. I got the voucher or whatever. I inputted it into the Gen Con website. I have my pass. I don't have it in hand. I'll have to pick it up at Will Call since Gen Con's like in a week or so. Trying to think. I signed up for one event, and Emily will be playing it too, and it's Sparkle Kitty. I have no clue what's going on, but it was inexpensive, so why not? We will be playing Saturday at noon. So if you would like to join us, go ahead and go on the Gen Con website, see if there's any tickets left. There's tons of tickets for Sparkle Kitty, but I think when I signed up, there were about 9 tickets left for that session of the games. So I'll be doing that. I will hopefully be doing the thing where you test out new games and give them feedback. First exposure is what it's called. And I'll be doing a little bit of shopping. So I'm really excited. I probably won't be able to go all 4 days because it was such late notice. I didn't take the days off. And quite frankly, I don't have the vacation days. I do, but I've also requested all of my vacation for the year already. So if I were to take the days off, that would take away from some of the other days that I've requested off. And I really don't want to do that. So super excited about that. I want to spend a lot of time this time demoing games and finding games for me and maybe Geeky Baby and Husbando to play. Also, for the D&D group to play, because we don't always have to play D&D, though I do enjoy my character very, very much. We did play D&D this weekend. It wasn't a full, episode of the game. We leveled up, we worked on what we needed, and we kind of trotted around the town to different quests. And I met a tanner, and he's gonna, tan my horse head and make it up real nice. And because of that, when I go to Gen Con, I'm going to one of the vendors that does the 3D figures and see if I can get my dwarf with a horse head cape. We'll see. I'll look fly as hell. So excited. Also, if you see me at Gen Con, say hey Leslie, or just say hey girl, hey, and get a sticker or a button from me. I'll have plenty of the Geeky Girls Night In buttons and stickers. I'll be wearing my NSYNC shirt. I took a vote on it on Twitter. Everybody voted for the NSYNC shirt, so that's what we shall do. Also, WakandaCon. WakandaCon is here in about 2 days. So if you haven't gotten a ticket, you might want to hurry up and do that. It's July 26th through the 28th at the Hyatt Regency McCormick, Chicago. And I'll have a link to WakandaCon. And if you've never heard of it, which if you've listened to us, you should have, because Quinzel, last year she did a virtual visit of it. It's a 3-day Afro-futuristic celebration for comic nerds, pop culture buffs, big thinkers, techies, creatives, storytellers, gamers, science geeks, dreamers, makers, movers, shakers, and anyone contributing to the culture. I want to go next year. I really do. It's really close to Gen Con though. Like, it's this weekend and then Gen Con's next weekend. So I would have to make some serious decisions. Quinzel is planning on going this year. She'll actually be there. If you see her, give her a shout. I'm sure she'll tag everything on our Instagram page. And I believe she'll have buttons and stickers as well. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I think it needs to be talked about. Cats. I'm terrified. And I'm not just talking random cats. We have a cat here. His name's Boots, and he's annoying. He's my husband's cat, and he's a Siamese. And just, this isn't about him. This is about the musical cats that they've turned into live action that haunts my dreams. I'm just going to read you what I have in the outline. No, absolutely not. Freaked out. Good day. Yuck. Jennifer Hudson looks terrifying, and so does Taylor Swift, and Jennifer Hudson's going to look terrifying and bust out our eardrums in Dolby surround sound, and I'm not here for that. I really, really am not. So that is pretty much all the news I have this week. But here at Geeky Girls Night In and Geeky Girls Guide to Life, we want to offer condolences to those affected by the Kyoto animation tragedy. They seem like a great company to work for and promoted women equally. We hope you pull through and are able to build back up. You're in our thoughts. That's it for this week. Tune in next time where we should have Mecca and Kim to talk more about San Diego Comic-Con. Until next time, bye. Hey there. Thank you for tuning in. Geeky Girls Night In is brought to you by me, Leslie. Special thanks to Quinzel. Shouts out to Kim, Emily, and Mecca, who are always willing to give a helping hand. Do you like the show? Wishing there was something you could do to support? Help us out by buying us a cup of coffee. Go to coffee.com/geekygirlsni to pledge a cup or two for the show. That's ko-fi.com/geekygirls, N as in Nancy, I. Your support helps keep the lights on in the dungeon and the podcast on the air. Special thanks to Michelle. She's our first donor. You can check out other writings or interesting tidbits on Geeky Life at geekygirlguide.com. Until next time,